Hey, so you're looking to record your first wedding? These are the 10 essentials you need to do in your first wedding. Okay, guys, so the first thing you guys are gonna need is gonna be a camera. A little obvious, right? But for real, you're gonna be needing a camera. Now, the one I recommend you guys is the Lumix S5 Mark II. I've personally been using Lumix for the last couple of years, and I can tell you it's reliable, it's got great image, and it's full frame. You can record up to 4K 60 FPS, except at 60 FPS it's slightly cropped, but anything less than that, you're recording at full frame for a great price. Seriously, guys, you're getting great value, and this is a camera I can personally vouch for that it's awesome. And not to even mention the stabilization. The stabilization on this camera, if you've heard about it, it's amazing. It's amazing. You can go handheld and not have to worry about putting 100 different stabilizers after in post, okay? So you guys are getting a great package, okay? Check it out. Links are going to be in the description, by the way. You guys can check them out over there. If you buy them over there, I would very much appreciate it. Next, guys, you're going to be needing some lenses. What I recommend, the ones I've used the most would be a 35 or a 50. And if you want to go for your second lens being like an 85, something like that, but in this case, I would recommend you guys start with something like a 35 Sigma Art. In my opinion, the 35 is just the sweet spot. It's awesome. And that Sigma Art lens is going to be a great choice for you guys to start. Whether you're using it on a gimbal, handheld, whether it's got the slight crop or without the crop, you guys are still going to get some great images. You're not going to have to worry about being so open or so closed, and it's a great option. Check it out. Okay, now it's hard to record if you don't have something to store it into, right? So you guys are gonna be needing some SD cards. This is pretty simple, guys. I've used the SanDisk SD cards, 128 gigabyte ones. If I haven't had any of them fail me for the last couple of years, and they're just truly reliable. And yeah, if you want to, so no-brainer. If you guys want to start with that, it's good enough. Just make sure you guys have enough capacity for your wedding. And next is the batteries. Now, your camera might come with one battery, but I would seriously suggest getting at least a couple of extra original ones. Why originals? Because you won't have to worry about charging them all the time. It's gonna take out the hassle, and for what you're paying, it's totally worth it to take out the hassle, to not have to worry about that anymore and not have it interrupt any of your flow what you're recording. So don't doubt it, guys. Get a couple of extra original ones if you want to go for 3. But in my opinion, once you have 3, that's more than enough to record something like a 9-10 hour wedding. You guys will be good. Don't doubt it. Check it out. Next is audio. You want to have good audio in your videos, okay, guys? Audio is half of the experience on the videos for your customers, okay? So what I would recommend you guys is a DJI Mic 2. It's simply unbeatable in value. What you're getting is one receptor and 2 transmitters. The receptor is this little thing that you just put on top of your camera, and you can check out the volume, that you're getting the audio correctly. You can set the gain, and you don't have to go checking out the if you have a recorder, you don't have to go checking out all the time and have it interrupt. You just have it right there, and you're making sure that everything is crisp and good. And then you're getting 2 receptors, which what I personally do is I actually have one connected to the console. That way you're getting the audio directly. And then the other one, I have 2 options. I either put it on the speaker that they have. Usually it's like this mesh at the front of metal. And since the receptors have these little magnets, that you can just stick it to it. And that way you're making sure you're getting your backup audio, and whether the cables are working or anything like that, just getting directly from there. The second option, which is the one I prefer if possible, on the microphones it has like this metal thing on the top, and you can just stick the magnet right there. Now, it's not the prettiest on your video or the photos, but you're making sure you're getting good audio, because that one's gonna be next to them, and it's not gonna fail or anything like that coming from the console. It's just gonna be good. So that's the best option in my opinion. And yeah, check it out. You're getting reliable audio pretty much every time. You're getting great package, guys. Next is a tripod, guys. You want to have a tripod because you don't want to be hand holding your camera during the ceremony. I've done it a couple of times and it's not a pretty experience. It's quite tiring, but emergencies. So you're gonna want a good tripod. Now, in my opinion, you don't need one of those chunky, heavy tripods. I go for more of a slightly lighter one, which is the Manfrotto one, which I will leave again a link in the description. This one is sturdy and it's got a good head for you to put the camera on, and the floating head, forgot its name, and yeah, it gets the job done. It gets the job done. It's reliable, it's sturdy, and you don't have to worry about carrying super heavy tripod, and you're not using one of those cheap ones where it's really hard to move, or it's gonna look like this, where you moving the camera on the shots, right? It's good. It's the best option so far I found for the value. Check it out. Now, a gimbal. Okay, so some people might differ on this, that nowadays you don't need a gimbal. And sure, if you want to go without a gimbal, that's perfectly fine. You can change the game a little bit and you can still make a great video. Is it abused nowadays? Maybe a little bit. But I personally like getting those pan shots, getting those doll-ins, those dolls out. There's some shots where, yeah, it's just personally what I like. And if you guys want to have those two, the option I recommend, guys, is the DJI Mini 3. The Ronin Mini 3. That one is so light, guys. If you're going to a 10-hour wedding, you don't want to be carrying a 5-pound gimbal that's just destroying your arms for 10 hours. This is a great option that can still reliably hold your camera. You can go even a little bit heavy of a lens, not too big, but it'll still hold it really good. And it's just a great option. Ronin's reliable, and yeah, check out that one. It's just light, it's good, it's the best option so far. I've used some of the heavier ones and I can't take my hands off the Mini. It's great. Next is a backpack. You want to store all of that somewhere, right? Take it to the wedding. Now, on this, so the option I will recommend you guys that is down there is, so I've used some backpacks where there's little foams, they bend after a couple months, right? It's super annoying because your backpack ends up a complete mess. So you want to have one where the little foams are reliable, the backpack is sturdy, and will last for a while, because you don't want to be changing backpacks every 6 months. Personally, I don't do that. And yeah, this option will be in the description. It's a great one. Okay, next is a computer. You gotta edit those videos somewhere, right? Now the one I would recommend you guys would be the M3 Mac Mini. Why do I recommend this one? Because if you've heard of it, the new M chips from Apple, they're so good for editing because they've got these decoders where they work better with the files that your camera uses, and it just goes like a breeze for an amazing price. And so far the best value one you're gonna get is that one without having to spend too much, right? And you guys can get the M3 Mac Mini, get the job done for great value. And you can, if you're not getting a lot of storage on it because it costs quite a bit, you guys can get a little SSD, external SSD. You guys can connect to that. You can just put your weddings over there, and that way you save yourself probably a couple $100. Apart from that, if you guys want to go a little bit more pro, the one that I use is I actually use the M1 MacBook Pro. You guys can go for the M3, which is definitely gonna be better. Either way, those MacBooks, they do such a good job. It's a breeze. It's like butter. Like you don't need anything better than that, something stronger than that, because you're just probably not gonna get any better than that. And yeah, it gets the job done on the fly. If you are traveling, you can use a laptop, and it's such a good package, guys. And yeah, check out those two computers in the description. They're really great options. Finally, you guys are gonna want a program to edit those videos in, right? The one I would recommend you guys is Premiere Pro. You might have heard of DaVinci also, and I can tell you, I've tried switching to DaVinci a few times because it runs just a little bit smoother, and I've always thought, it's gotta be better. It's gotta be a reason why it's better, right? And I just keep coming back to Premiere Pro, man, because it's just simple. It's simple and reliable, and it just doesn't get on the way. DaVinci, there's so many little things that get on the way. It's like it's trying to make it easier for you, but in the end of the day, it ends up being harder. And in Premiere Pro, you can just make your own workflow and just have it be there every time, be reliable. You can create your own thing that works for you. And nowadays, I can edit videos pretty fast because I have my workflow figured out. I have everything else, and it's reliable, simple, gets the job done. Okay guys, so those are the 10 essentials you guys need for recording and editing your first wedding. Now, if I could say something to myself before I started, it would be just start. Get started, guys. Stop doubting. Don't think about making the perfect wedding for the first time, okay? Just make sure that you're focusing on getting better every time. Just go and get it done, because each day that you're not starting, it's a lost opportunity. So find a friend, find a family member, someone close to you who you can go ahead and figure out your first wedding, and yeah, go ahead and do it, guys. Just do it. These are the 10 essentials. You can make it great, an amazing wedding with this. Most of my weddings, I didn't use anything more than that. And yeah, just get started, guys. I wish you luck, and I hope you guys have a great time. You do a good job. Good luck.